Have you ever met someone who feels like the whole world owes them? Have you ever been with someone who thinks the whole world should revolve around them?
Yeah.
And that is what we're going to be discussing today.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the Whole Dynasty Forum, where we're going to be talking about something else that happens in our process to success.
And the title is
The Sense of Entitlement. The sense of entitlement, there's no sugarcoating it.
Yeah.
For the person who is receiving the the gesture or the actions of someone who has a sense of entitlement, it's not palatable because these people feel like you know they have to get something even though they've not earned it. Like they have to be rewarded even though they have not done something to merit that. They just feel like everything should revolve around them. It's all about them. It's about them, really, not about the other person.
Yeah, the me
mentality. Mentality. And it's actually very common in different spheres of life, in family relationship. It could actually even be in spousal relationship. It could be in sibling relationship. It could actually even be in friends relationship or even collegial relationships. And you could see it. And it cut across like different spheres of life actually.
Yeah, that's so true. What could be the cause of this?
Oh, what could be the cause? I think that's a very good question, and it is good for people to know this because sometimes some things just happen and we don't trace the root cause, right? So I think one thing is that it could actually be an antisocial personality disorder.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be something that probably some people go to city counselors, go for counseling, and you might be wondering, like, sense of entitlement, how is it a disorder? Yes, it could actually be a form of disorder where you just want everything to be about you, and it could be as a result of several things that have happened in the past, for that person, creating that disorder that they themselves might not actually even be aware of, right? So it could be that. I believe that sometimes it could actually even start from childhood.
Yeah.
When a child finds, of course, when you have children, you have to satisfy their needs and all that. But when, as children grow old, I think it's important for parents to actually let these kids know that you can't just have everything. Like you have to work for something, you have to earn something. But if you keep giving people things, just take, this child is crying, take this, like the child feels entitled. Like, well, so if I pull a stunt, I'm going to.
And I get it.
I'm going to get it right.
That's very key because people should know that the way we handle our children or our kids from when they are very young could have a very long-lasting impact on the way they behave in the society in the future. And like you said, it could be a disorder. And most people don't really look at it from that aspect.
Exactly.
Some people actually need help. They are not really, they don't really want to do that. But because there's something going on, so some people actually need help. Instead of putting them aside and just casting them away and things like that, sometimes you may be the right person to just help them out of that disorder. So it could be a state of mental, dissatisfaction. Having said that, what are the traits of people that exhibit sense of entitlement?
Sometimes they have difficulty accepting people as equals, right? They have problem with you giving someone else a particular position that they think is theirs. They always feel that the better position should be theirs. Like regardless of if that person is better qualified or has better experience. So if there's gonna be a pay raise you know, in the office, they feel like, okay, this actually has to be me, right? And they, of course, they'll pick, you know, enemies easily, right? Because you know, this person is getting, no, that should be me. I've been here, you know, I've been here 10 years. So this person just came here 3 years. But the person that came here 3 years has more qualifications than you, right? So I think that's something that, you know, they are not looking at how they can improve themselves, rather they are focusing on, I've been here, I'm entitled to this is what I should have, and someone else has.
And that could actually be described as having exaggerated sense of importance. You know, they feel more important than they are actually, you know. You know, when you see people that think they are more important than what they are, you know, it could be a trait of having a sense of entitlement, you know.
I also feel that, you know, sometimes people they try to talk about their own achievements in the light to belittle other people's achievements, right? So they're like, okay, you know, I was reading a story about how you know, someone just built a house, and then the friend came to the house and was like, oh, your counter table, like the quality of my counter table is, you know, better than yours. Like that was not even, like, we're not even talking about that. Like, why would you bring that up, right? So just they feel like everything that is the best, everything that has, you know, once you're talking about top notch, it has to be there, you know. So, and in doing that, they pull down other people's achievement and making it as nothing, right? And you know, that's one of the traits of those who have sense of entitlement.
Which simply means if you have seen yourself in a situation where you're putting other people down so that you can, you know, seem to be in the limelight, it could be that you have this, you know, this sense of entitlement that we're talking about.
So one other thing that can show that someone has sense of entitlement is these people are self-seeking. They are attention seekers, and they will do anything to get, you know, to get at you. They have that self-pity, and, you know, you're just seeking attention. You're, you know, blackmailing people into doing what they should not ordinarily do, or they cannot afford to do, right? Because you cannot get your way, and now you're turning everything around, right?
Most people that have this high sense of entitlement, they are just being insensitive of other people's needs. I mean, they don't want they don't care if you two have needs. So far their own need is met. Who cares about yours? You know. So if you see yourself in that situation of not even taking a pause to think if this person has a need as well, then it could be like you are exhibiting a sense of entitlement. Just think about it. You are asking somebody for something. You should put yourself in that situation as well. You know, think about it. If I were to be in that situation, can I afford to give this person this thing? And if that person is saying, well, I don't have that at this moment, you should reason with them. You should reason with them.
And I also think that, you know, those that have this sense of entitlement actually exhibit pride. Like, there's really no two ways of saying it, right? They, you know, well, so this is, you know, someone send you an email asking you, you know, asking you for a favor, but if the email is so rude, you know,
asking you for a favor
that will cost your time,
and presenting it as if they're the one doing you a favor,
right? So that's absolutely like that in fact, like, so, and I think sometimes people don't know this. So that's one of the reasons why we are sharing, so that if you find, because it's not always very palatable to the person that is, you know, receiving help. It's not always palatable.
Another thing that we would like to talk about with people that have a sense of entitlement is that they are not ready to compromise. They are not ready to compromise with respect to achieving a common goal with another person. For example, let's say between husband and wife, when you have a spouse that is not ready to, you know, just compromise on one other aspect, just so that you two can, you know, have a benefit, then that could be an indication that this person is having a sense of entitlement. So I think relationship generally, it should be about compromising sometimes, for the benefit of both parties involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.